stop, never stop. Why won't this singing never stop, never stop? Please just shoot me. Ooh, Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Yeah, I'm doing a Halloween movie before Halloween, but as I've said in previous years, Halloween the Halloween review is reserved for Michael Myers, so before I get to 4, I thought it would be good I cover 3. The film came out in 1982, and the plan was to make the Halloween series an anthology series and take it away from Michael Myers, and it wasn't well received, and off the bat, this is a divisive movie. There's people that are going to love it. There's people that are going to hate it. And there's legitimate reasons for both, except for the fact that Michael isn't in the movie. If you take Halloween 3 and just Season of the Witch, it would have been received differently. And it tells an interesting story. It's got a creepy atmosphere, a creepy music, and it's got Tom Atkins, which you can't go wrong there. The film begins with this guy running from a car. He winds up in a hospital clutching a Halloween mask and gets killed, and the killer lights himself on fire. Tom Atkins is a doctor that works at the hospital, and he soon meets with the man who was murdered's daughter, and they go on a investigation to find out what was going on. And the masks were made by a company called Shamrock. You see some interesting stuff that are clues to what's going on, like in the beginning of somewhere after the beginning, you see this news article about a piece of Stonehenge had gone missing. Well, later on in the film, you find out what happened. They wind up realizing the last place this girl's father went was Santa Clara, the headquarters of Shamrock, and when they get to Santa Clara, right off the bat, you can tell something is wrong with this town. Everyone looks at new people that come in and with this suspicion. It's like a big event. All eyes are on whoever is new visiting the town, and something about the town just feels off. Through some sleight of hand and shenanigans, they managed to confirm the father did stay at the hotel, and there's other people, merchants who buy from the Silver Shamrock Company coming too, and they're staying in this little hotel. One of the women, she has one of the masks, and the tag on the back came off, and she discovers a microchip and starts messing with it, and it shoots a beam of light at her mouth, and then you see bugs coming at her, a clue of what's going on. And that's one thing this film does do really well, is it builds mystery. Because they took Michael out of it, and even if this was just called Season of the Witch without Halloween 3, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what's going to happen next, and it will keep you guessing. I can understand some people finding this boring. I think there is a legitimate argument to be made for that. I used to think that way with the film. Now, why it's not even in my top 5 favorite in the Halloween movies, it's something I can enjoy from time to time, and a lot of it has to do with how well-rounded the cast is, and just the atmosphere, the theme in this movie, the music. It gives such a sense of dread, like something bad's gonna happen, but you don't know what. Eventually they meet the owner of Silver Shamrock, Connell Cochran, and you can just tell this guy is evil when you meet him, and he's that kind of evil guy that hides behind a friendly, warm smile. And he's the mastermind of the whole thing. His plan boils down to gotcha. It's a big practical joke. He wants to use the masks and this Silver Shamrock giveaway with this commercial to kill countless people. He's a witch, and he wants to go back to the time when Halloween was a time of sacrifice, and he wants to kill countless people for his sacrifice. A very interesting character with a clever plot, and the twist that his henchmen are actually robots, and they even hint towards things like the whole thing being one big joke and the robots, that he has a lot of attention to detail. He designed all these mechanical things, and he made his fortune on practical joke novelty items. So it's like it's all alluded to and built up, and again, it was really interestingly done. It's not something I can watch all the time. If I'm not in the right mood, I'm not going to enjoy it. But if I am in the right mood, I can enjoy this film. Eventually, we see what the masks can do. He brings a couple with their kid who they were there to tour the factory. The couple was the biggest seller of the masks, and they put them in a room, and right off you can tell the wife, she can tell where they're being led. Something's wrong here, just something's not right. And sure enough, the kid puts the mask on, and when they play the ad, the mask reacts, it kills the kid, and all these bugs and snakes start coming out of the mouth and kill the parents. That was a really intense scene. But the film's biggest backdraw, I could say, is if you heard me what I was saying at the beginning, that's I'm parodying the Silver Shamrock jingle that plays constantly way too many times throughout the movie, and it never stops. They used the melody of London Bridges because it was public domain, but yeah, that was played way too much, but at the same time, because it's so important for the plot, I can understand why, but it is kind of off-putting. So I'd have to list that as a negative. Tom Atkins is really well done. And what I like, after he gets captured, he manages to get out. He wants to rescue the girl, get out, stop the plan. And what he ultimately does is turns on the ad, goes up the scaffolding in the rafters, and he drops a box with a bunch of the tags down on the workers. And this scene is both great and bizarre because of what happens to Conal Cochran. He kills all the henchmen, and Cochran doesn't care. It even takes out the robots too, and Cochran doesn't care. He just looks up with a smug little smirk and just claps. And then something happens with Stonehenge. You're going to see the footage as I'm talking about it, and it lights up, and he lights up, and he disappears, and yeah, that's very, very head scratchy. I do not know what's going on. Like, that just that's one of those, what were they on drugs when they wrote this? But they get out, and it turns out the girl is a robot. Was she always a robot, or did they kill her and make a robot that looks like her? We don't know. He gets to a gas station and starts calling networks, getting them to shut the ad off, and he gets all but one channel, and it ends with him staring at the TV, two kids in the gas station screaming, "Stop it," and it does have a chilling ending, and even more effective because at the beginning of the movie we see his ex-wife got their kid Silver Shamrock masks, and it has this ambiguous ending. We don't know how bad things really get. All in all, like I said, this movie's not bad. I'd give it a B minus. Not going to be my favorite in the franchise, but for what it is, it was done really well. And Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Got that one out of the way. Not sure which movie I'm going to review next. This year, like I said, I don't really have any set plan. I'm just going to review whatever I feel like. That being said, I want to do a movie based on a Stephen King book, so who knows which one that's going to be. I got several. So like, share, comment, subscribe. Over and out.